As AI agents are taking a lot of load, their input context increases massively, because of which they can forget their goals and generate complete nonsense. This is why context engineering is becoming a hot topic. And in our last video, we have talked about what problems can happen when you do not manage your context. But in this one, we'll show you the fix. We'll be discussing 4 techniques which are already being used at Anthropic, Manus and other organizations. So, let's go! Giving an agent too many tools is just like opening an OTT platform and being hit with thousands of movies. Rather than watching anything, you keep on scrolling the things. So this overload makes you confused, and that's what happens in case of agents. When prompting DeepSeek v3, researchers found that when it was given more than 30 tools, then the descriptions were a lot overlapping, and because of which the model got confused. Let's look at this WAG MCP paper. Authors have used a vector database to save the tool descriptions and used retrieval techniques to find the best tools. The result? The accuracy got tripled. In another paper, Less is More, researchers built a tool recommender where it asked the model to think about which tool are the best suited for it, and then it retrieved those tools. As a result, performance improved. However, the authors also noted that even in the cases where performance did not improve, the power consumption reduced by 40% and speed increased by 70%. So when you have got large number of tools, do not dump them to your agents. Rather, use retrieval techniques to find the relevant tools for that task. And next is context quarantine. Wait. I am not talking about COVID. Rather, I mean that instead of using a big giant prompt, you can separate your tasks into cleaner and separate context by using multiple agents. In fact, Anthropic has written in detail about their multi-agent research systems. They explain that sub-agents facilitate compression by operating in parallel with their own context windows, exploring different aspects of the question. Each sub-agent also provides distinct tools, prompts and exploration trajectories. And because of which, their multi-agent research system could outperform single-agent Claude Opus by 90% in one benchmark. Let's talk about context compression. Agents collect clutter in their context windows in the form of logs, drafts and irrelevant information. And as your context grows, you can not only get hit with input token limits, but also it can confuse your agents. So there are 2 ways to do it. Number 1 is context pruning. That is, just simply trim down the irrelevant context. Example, you can delete your old messages. Another way is summarizing your context. For example, Claude Code runs auto-compact when its input context window hits 95% of the limit. That is, it summarizes the entire conversation into a condensed form and still retains important facts. And finally, context offloading. When people tackle big problems, we do not keep everything in our head. Rather, we write in the form of notes, checklists and scratchpads. And now AI agents are also learning to do the same. In a blog post by Manus, they have revealed that their agent writes and rewrites a todo.md file as it works. Each rewrite helps in reciting the objectives back to the agent, helping it to avoid lost in the middle crisis so that it does not forget what it was supposed to do. Anthropic gave Claude a think tool, which is like a hidden scratchpad where it can pause, reason and revise before responding. And tools like Cursor and Windsurf are experimenting with persistent memories, which contains notes which can survive across multiple sessions. So these were the 4 techniques: tool loadout, context quarantine, context compression and context offloading, with which you can keep your AI agents focused. And if you found this video useful, hit that like and subscribe button and share it with someone who is building AI agents.